Welcome to Hollywood Deli. I'm your host, Blue. So, listen, let's talk about some more sister wives. So, I want to really focus on individual sister wives, and the ones that I want to focus on this time. I'm not going to do an individual, but I'm going to do like a smidget of Robin, Janelle, and Christine. So, there was a clip in there that, and I wish I had it, but I don't, where Kody is talking about how no, not. I'm sorry. There was a time where they were talking about how Robin started the business, My Sister Wife's Closet, and she talked about how she wanted to include everybody in it. No, you wanted to include everybody in so they could do all the work and you could just look like you did something successful. So then she talks about how like her and Mary were on the same page, but Christine, Cody, and I was surprised she even threw Cody under the bus, and Janelle were not on the same page as her. And so it was kind of funny that she said that because then, of course, the shady production team, show a clip of Christine being super supportive, trying to sell this gaudy, over expensive jewelry that Robin came up with. And Robin just sitting back and watching her sell the product, but not doing any selling and promoting of it herself. And she really just gets on my nerves with the lying because she'll sit and she'll think really hard about and look up in the air when she's talking, and it's all because she's trying to think of a good lie, like how to how I'm gonna spin this narrative of how I've never changed and all the other sister wives have changed. Because that's one of the things that she said that I wanted to talk about from the episode prior, which is 17, where she said how the sister wives, their priorities changed and they really wanted to focus on the kids that were out of, to her, out of the family, out of sight, out of mind. And she felt like they should have been focusing on the kids that were the core of the family, referring to her children as the kids that need to be the focus, and they are the core of the family. But the thing about it, Robin, is their kids were developmentally where they're supposed to be. They moved out, they're starting their own lives, whereas you have successfully kept all your kids back developmentally, and they're not doing the things that adult children should do, which is leave the nest. You won't allow them to, so you instill so much chaos and anxiety in their lives that, in my opinion, she's created mental health issues, especially for those girls. Those two girls, when I see them on the show and they're being interviewed and asked how they feel about going to go look at a church with Robin, and the amount of anxiety and Aurora, like something's going on. Like she's like, I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I'm nervous. It was just weird, and it's all because of the chaos and the drama that Robin has created in these girls' lives. I hope that they meet some guys that are able to pull them away from her because she is so toxic, and then these guys can show them like you're being emotionally abused by your mom, in my opinion. And so anyway, let me get off that my soapbox. So then it cuts to Janelle, and she's talking about her business and her side business you know, as she created another stream of income for herself. And then it cuts pans to Cody talking about how Janelle just took all that with her and that the family contributed to it and we should get a piece of that. And it's like, it's funny how y'all invest in all these women with their money and think that y'all should get a piece. But yet when y'all got something that they invested into, aka the McMansion, y'all get all the proceeds. Y'all didn't offer up the sale of that house and give them their money out of it. You didn't. What you did was you took their money out of the house when you sold it and you put some of it into your new big old mansion that you got, your compound. And but the level of entitlement was what irritates me about Cody. But they have fostered this entitlement because they allowed this man to have complete control of their finances, and he's a financial idiot. And but not he's not dumb when it comes to manipulating and getting other people's money. And that's the salesman in him because he was able to sell these vulnerable, insecure women that he knows best what to do with the money. And also it's because he's been pimping their religion. He never fully believed in this religion because he started off the religion, and this is from season season, episode 17, he started off with him lying about being a virgin. He lied to the church members that he was a virgin. He married Christine under false pretense. He made her believe that he really loved her and liked her, but really it was because he wanted her status, and he thought that her status could boost his status in the church, and he wanted to become one of their leaders. Oh God, could you imagine the youth underneath him and him as a leader? Oh my God. But he didn't want to do that because they told me I gotta cut my hair, and he couldn't have his little golden locks cut. Goldie could not have that. So anyway, he sits there, and he's been lying from the beginning. He didn't even share with Janelle or Christine that he was not a virgin. They were in the other impression that they were sleeping with a virgin. We know that Janelle wasn't, because she was married to Mary's brother. That's another story, child. But we know Christine was, because I'm not gonna lie, Christine back then was not someone that I could see that the guys were after. I'm just gonna be honest. Christine has grown into her looks as she's gotten older. She wasn't attractive, and I could see why he wasn't attractive to her. And then, in addition to her running her mouth the way she does, I see why he was turned off. I do. I think he's focusing on the nacho thing, but I think it was just her personality gave him the ick. He just didn't like her. So anyway, but he married her under false pretense, and he was pretty much scamming these women into believing that he really believed in this religion. And I believe that he believed in it because he saw the financial gain. He could get a certain lifestyle through this religion, through these women. So each one of them were bringing in income. So of course he could work a not so consistent job like car sales, and they have the steady jobs because he was there. He was scamming them. He was not. I don't believe he really truly believed in this religion. And I believe that he was waiting to find a wife that he really was attracted to, where he can grab up all the resources and run off in the sunset with. And that's essentially what he did. But so he was trying to get Janelle's side business money. She said no, like that's my money. Stay out of my business. And so good for Janelle to stand up for herself. But Christine here is trying to become more of an entrepreneur and do the things that she wanted to do. And she talked about some of the difficulties it was to sell the group on some of her ideas, because I believe that not Robin, but Miss Thing over here, Janelle, was a big proponent to whatever Christine was going to do, because I don't think she respected Christine. I believe that she thought that Christine was she said it even herself, a princess, aka not very smart and ditzy and oblivious. And I think that's what Janelle thought. But comes to find out that Christine was the smarter one of the bunch. She saw the writing on the wall. She saw what was going on. She wanted to, give Flagstaff a chance, and she went down there and protected herself. And she bought a property as soon as she got down there, because she knew that she would know when things weren't going the way that they should. She had an exit plan. She had an exit plan. She knew, but she had one foot in, one foot out, and she understood that something ain't right. And Janelle never had an inkling. And I don't she just was put on complete she put on complete blinders and was just not paying attention. And this is why this man has her all tied up. And I also believe that the land is his way of still trying to control these women. He knows that they want out of the property. He knows that they don't want that he won't ever see them again, or their money or any. They won't have. He won't have any connection to them. And I think the realization of that is happening, and that's why he's sort of dragging his feet, because he's like, "Damn, I won't have these incomes, these, as he referred to them, as partners." And I believe he didn't look at them as partners. I believe he looked at them as investors, investors in his and Robin's dream. And they made out pretty nicely. This scam that they ran on these women worked great. And Robin pisses me off because she sits here and just acts like she had no idea why the family blew up in this episode. And it's like, Robin, all your behaviors is what led up to this. You knew what you were doing. You knew that you need to get hold of these women's finances. So you pushed for the move for Arizona, and you hurried up and bought you a big old, big, big property that you knew that you would need a piece of what Janelle had, Mary had, and what Christine had to get you a house. And you knew what you were doing. You knew that, look, I'm not going to work, but I'm going to get some of their money so that I don't have to work. And also, if things don't work out with Kody, I still have something to hold on to because financially, uh, I'm not married. Robin is screwed because she hasn't worked. If Kody decides to leave her, yeah, she'll walk off with a big chunk of money, but she's bad with money. And then also she's got a taste of a certain lifestyle. And so in order to uphold that lifestyle, she's going to need income. And his money is funny because if this show ends, he ain't been working. And I don't know how she's going to get alimony. If the show ends and his money is cut off and they're still together and then she decides she wants to get alimony, she's screwed. And Janelle talks about that financial independence, but Janelle should have talked about not being a fool and watching your money and not giving to someone blindly that has shown you that they are favoring another wife. Like she even said that she saw that he was favoring Robin. And that I'm sorry, I'm getting a little heated. Anyway, y'all, make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you leave a 5-star rating, and y'all have a good night.